Jane Russell, a name that would become synonymous with beauty, controversy, and ultimately resilience. But behind the pin-up poses and silver screen dreams lay a woman of faith, determination, and unexpected depth. This is the story of how a small-town girl from Minnesota became a Hollywood legend and used her fame to change the lives of thousands. Ernestine Jane Geraldine Russell, born on June 21, 1921, in Bemidji, Minnesota, would go on to become one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses and sex symbols of the 1940s and 1950s. Her life story is a fascinating blend of glamour, controversy, personal struggles, and unwavering faith that shaped not only her career but also her lasting impact on American culture and adoption rights. Jane was born into a family with a flair for the dramatic. Her father, Roy William Russell, was a United States Army lieutenant, while her mother, Geraldine Jacoby, had been a student of drama and an actress with a traveling troupe. This theatrical background would later prove influential in Jane's career choice. The Russell family's early years were marked by frequent moves. After Mr. Russell was discharged from the Army, they briefly resided in Canada before settling in California when he found employment there. Despite being the only girl among 4 brothers, Jane's upbringing was well-rounded. Her mother ensured she received piano lessons, nurturing her artistic side from an early age. During her high school years at Van Nuys High School, Jane's interest in drama blossomed, echoing her mother's passion. She actively participated in school stage productions, honing her skills and developing a love for performance that would shape her future. It was during this time that she also met her first husband, Bob Waterfield, who would later become a professional football player. Jane's journey to stardom was not a straightforward one. After graduating high school, she initially took a job as a receptionist for a chiropodist, setting aside her original aspirations of becoming a designer due to her father's untimely death. To help support her family, Jane began modeling on the side, quickly gaining attention for her striking figure. Her modeling work allowed her to save enough money to attend the Reinhardt School of the Theatre, a move strongly encouraged by her mother. This decision would prove pivotal in her life, setting the stage for her entry into the world of cinema. During her time at the school, Jane honed her acting skills and began to dream of a career in Hollywood. Jane Russell's big break came in 1941 when she was signed by the eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes for his production of The Outlaw. At just 19 years old, Russell was thrust into the spotlight in a way that would define much of her early career. Hughes had been searching for a voluptuous actress to play the role of Rhea McDonald, and when he saw a photograph of Russell, he knew he had found his star. The Outlaw was controversial from the start. Hughes, known for his obsession with minute details, reportedly designed a special seamless bra for Russell to wear during filming to accentuate her already ample bosom. However, Russell later claimed she never wore it, instead stuffing her own bra with tissue paper to achieve the desired effect. This anecdote became a part of Hollywood lore, demonstrating both Hughes' eccentricities and Russell's practical approach to her work. The film faced significant censorship issues due to Russell's provocative attire and the movie's suggestive content. The Motion Picture Production Code Board, which reviewed films before release, deemed The Outlaw unacceptable, particularly objecting to Russell's prominent cleavage. Hughes, ever the showman, used this controversy to build public interest in the film and its star. He orchestrated a massive publicity campaign, featuring provocative posters of Russell that became iconic images of the era. Despite the film's limited release and ongoing censorship battles, Russell's image from the Outlaw publicity stills made her an overnight sensation. In 1943, she was voted by the U.S. Navy as the girl we'd like to have waiting for us in every port, cementing her status as a wartime pin-up girl. This recognition, while flattering, also set the tone for how Russell would be perceived throughout much of her career. While The Outlaw made Russell famous, it also typecast her as a sex symbol, a label she would struggle with throughout her career. However, Russell proved to be more than just a pretty face. She showcased her versatility in a range of genres, from westerns to musicals. One of her most memorable roles came in 1953 when she starred alongside Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. The film not only highlighted Russell's comedic timing but also her singing abilities. Her performance of Ain't There Anyone Here for Love remains a classic movie musical moment. The pairing of Russell and Monroe, two of Hollywood's most famous sex symbols, created a dynamic on-screen duo that captivated audiences. Russell's other notable films include The Paleface and its sequel Son of Paleface, both with Bob Hope. These films allowed her to display her comedic skills and singing voice, with Buttons and Bows from The Paleface winning an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Her ability to hold her own against the quick-witted Hope demonstrated her versatility as an actress. In 1954, Russell starred in The French Line, another film that caught a controversy due to its risque content. The film's tagline, JR, in 3D, "It'll knock both your eyes out," played on Russell's physical attributes and the novelty of 3D technology. While the film was not critically acclaimed, it further solidified Russell's status as a sex symbol. Despite these successes, Russell's career was not without its challenges. The typecasting that resulted from the outlaw often led to roles that emphasized her physical attributes over her acting abilities. This frustration was compounded by the 7-year contract she had signed with Hughes, which limited her ability to choose diverse roles. Russell's frustration with her typecasting was evident in her efforts to break free from the sex symbol image. She took on more dramatic roles in films like The Las Vegas Story and Foxfire, demonstrating her range as an actress. However, these efforts were often overshadowed by the public's perception of her as a bombshell. Behind the glamorous facade, Jane Russell's personal life was marked by both joy and hardship. She married 3 times, first to her high school sweetheart Robert Waterfield in 1943. The marriage lasted until 1968 but was reportedly tumultuous. Waterfield, who became a successful NFL quarterback, struggled with the attention his wife received, leading to tensions in their relationship. Russell's second marriage to actor Roger Barrett in 1968 was tragically short-lived, with Barrett passing away just months after their wedding. This loss was a significant blow to Russell, who had hoped to start a new chapter in her life. Her third and final marriage to real estate broker John Calvin Peoples lasted from 1974 until his death in 1999. This marriage was described by Russell as her happiest, providing her with stability and companionship in her later years. One of the most significant personal challenges Russell faced was her inability to bear children. In her early 20s, Russell underwent a botched abortion that left her unable to conceive. This traumatic experience had a profound impact on her life and would later fuel her passionate advocacy for adoption rights. Russell and Waterfield adopted 3 children, Tracy, Thomas, and Robert John. The experience of adoption brought great joy to Russell's life and inspired her to help other families navigate the adoption process. Russell's life was also marked by a battle with alcoholism. She was open about her struggles with drinking, which began early in her career and continued for many years. The pressures of fame, combined with personal disappointments, contributed to her reliance on alcohol. In 1978, at the age of 57, she was arrested for drunk driving and sentenced to 4 days in jail. This incident, along with the deaths of her third husband and stepson in close succession, led to a particularly difficult period in her life. It wasn't until she was 79 that her children staged an intervention, leading Russell to enter rehab. Her ability to overcome this addiction late in life is a testament to her strength and determination. Russell's openness about her struggles with alcoholism helped to destigmatize addiction and recovery, particularly for older adults. Despite her sex symbol image, Russell was a devout Christian throughout her life. Her mother had been a lay preacher, and Russell herself became a born-again Christian long before the term became popular. She was known to hold weekly Bible study sessions at her home, which were attended by some of Hollywood's biggest names. Russell's faith played a significant role in her life and career choices. She was open about turning to prayer for guidance and often spoke about the importance of her beliefs in interviews and her autobiography. Her faith provided her with strength during difficult times and influenced her philanthropic efforts. Perhaps Russell's most enduring legacy lies in her tireless work for adoption rights. Unable to have children of her own, she founded the World Adoption International Fund in 1955. This organization was instrumental in placing over 51,000 children with adoptive families. Russell's personal experience with adoption gave her a unique perspective on the challenges and joys of the process, and she used her celebrity status to bring attention to the cause. Russell's advocacy went beyond just founding WAIF. She was a key figure in championing the Federal Orphan Adoption Amendment of 1953, which allowed children of American servicemen born overseas to be placed for adoption in the United States. This work demonstrated Russell's ability to use her fame and influence for significant social change. In addition to her work with WAIF, Russell was involved in various other charitable causes. She supported organizations that provided aid to children with disabilities and was a vocal advocate for veterans' rights. Her commitment to these causes showed a depth of character that went far beyond her Hollywood image. As Russell aged, her film career slowed down. She made her last film appearance in 1970's Darker Than Amber. However, she continued to work in television and on stage. In 1971, she made her Broadway debut, replacing Elaine Stritch in The Musical Company. This foray into live theater allowed Russell to showcase her talents to a new audience and demonstrated her versatility as a performer. In a nod to her famous figure, Russell became a spokesperson for Playtex's 18-hour bra in the 1970s. These commercials, aimed at full-figured gals, kept her in the public eye and reportedly earned her $100,000 per year. The campaign was successful in part due to Russell's ability to connect with women who felt underrepresented in mainstream fashion and beauty advertising. Russell's life story, including her Hollywood career, personal struggles, and faith journey, was chronicled in her 1985 autobiography, Jane Russell, My Path and My Detours. The book offered fans an intimate look at the woman behind the glamorous image. Russell was candid about her experiences in Hollywood, her personal struggles, and her faith, providing a nuanced portrait of a complex woman. In her later years, Russell continued to make occasional public appearances and remained involved with her adoption advocacy work. She was honored with several Lifetime Achievement Awards, recognizing both her contributions to cinema and her philanthropic efforts. In 2009, she received the Living Legacy Award from the Women's International Center, acknowledging her lifetime of work in entertainment and social causes. Russell passed away on February 28, 2011, at the age of 89, leaving behind a complex legacy that went far beyond her status as a Hollywood sex symbol. Her death was mourned by fans around the world, who remembered her not just for her film roles but for her humanitarian work and indomitable spirit. Jane Russell's life story is a testament to the multifaceted nature of stardom. From her controversial debut in The Outlaw to her tireless work for adoption rights, she navigated the challenges of fame with grace and determination. Her journey through Hollywood's golden age, marked by both triumphs and struggles, offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of life in the spotlight. Russell's ability to transcend her initial typecasting and make significant contributions to social causes demonstrates the power of perseverance and the importance of using one's platform for good. Her story continues to inspire, reminding us that even the most glamorous icons are, at their core, human beings with their own struggles, passions, and capacity for growth. As we look back on Jane Russell's life and career, we see not just a Hollywood star, but a woman who used her fame to make a real difference in the world. Her legacy lives on, not only in the classic films she left behind, but in the thousands of lives touched by her advocacy for adoption. Jane Russell's journey from pin-up girl to adoption rights champion is a powerful reminder of the potential for personal growth and the enduring impact one individual can have on society. In the years since her passing, Russell's contributions to both film and social causes have been reassessed and celebrated. Film historians have highlighted her performances that went beyond her sex symbol image, recognizing her talent as an actress and singer. Her work with WAIF continues to be cited as a pioneering effort in international adoption. paving the way for many of the adoption practices and policies in place today. Russell's life also serves as a case study in the evolution of Hollywood and American society. Her career spanned a period of significant change, from the strict moral codes of the 1940s to the more liberated 1960s and beyond. Through it all, Russell maintained her individuality and used her influence to effect positive change. The complexity of Russell's public image, at once a sex symbol and a devout Christian, a Hollywood star and a tireless advocate for children, reflects the multifaceted nature of her personality and the changing roles of women in American society. Her ability to navigate these seemingly contradictory aspects of her life and career offers valuable insights into the challenges faced by women in the public eye. Today, Jane Russell is remembered not just for her iconic roles or her famous figure, but for the totality of her life and work. She stands as an example of how one can use fame and influence for the greater good, and how personal struggles can be transformed into a force for positive change. Her legacy continues to inspire new generations of actors, advocates, and individuals striving to make a difference in the world. In the annals of Hollywood history, Jane Russell occupies a unique place, a star whose impact extended far beyond the silver screen, touching lives and changing policies in ways that continue to resonate today. Her story serves as a reminder of the power of resilience, faith, and the enduring human spirit.